Hello and welcome to my review of the MJX X600 Hexacopter. MJX for me being a company known primarily for their MJX X400, which is a sporty type quadcopter, and the upcoming MJX X900, which is to my knowledge the first nano hexacopter. So I found this particular model on AliExpress and there weren't any other sellers or reviews of it that I could find, so I thought I'd order it and give you my opinion of it. So starting off, I think regardless of any other point with this hexacopter, we can all agree that the design is really cool. It comes in white and black as shown here, and it feels really well built. It has some weight to it, which is something I haven't experienced with any other quadcopters. Underneath it has this nifty battery bay that with a hole that lets you connect and even charge the hexacopter without removing the battery. If you open up this battery compartment, you'll find the battery, which I will show you in just a moment. Alright, so the battery is a 2-cell 700 milliamp hour battery, which will give you nice long flights. Almost a little bit overkill in my opinion for this size of hexacopter. On top of the hexacopter you have a really convenient on-off switch. And I love that they placed it on top, so you don't have to crawl around underneath it to get going. You can just get completely ready and then turn it on and get flying. So when you turn it on, you have these LEDs underneath, which are real LEDs, really nice, really bright. I think this will be suitable for night flying. As you saw, the two in the back are red, so you can easily keep track of the orientation. With the hexacopter you also get a full set of prop guards, which feel sturdy enough. They actually screws on and they extend above the prop, so there will be no issue hitting the ceiling or anything like that. Now the transmitter that comes with the hexacopter is really nice. It has this display in the bottom that will show you the trims and rates that you have. It has two shoulder buttons, one for flips and the other one I'm not quite sure. I think it has to do with headless mode. Down on the transmitter you have buttons for changing the rates between the three rates, I will explain later. And also changing which stick does what. And on the right side you have a mysterious knob, which I think is for controlling the sensitivity of the throttle. I mean the up-down motion of the hexacopter. So something that is really cool with this transmitter is that you can change the behavior of each stick. So you can make it automatically center or stick in the position where you leave it. This in combination with the button that lets you change which stick does what actually makes it so that you can use this transmitter with different modes, the same transmitter. So that is really nice. Apart from this you have the normal trim buttons that works as expected, and a battery bay that I think took 6 AA batteries, so I don't know if this is indicative of range, I haven't tested that. You also get a full set of spare props, which is always appreciated, and a charger which works. It took, I would say, I didn't time it, but I would say it took around an hour to charge the battery completely, which is okay. Alright, so let's go to some flight footage, and I will tell you about the flight characteristics of the plane. Oh, I forgot, there is also a screwdriver included. Alright, now let's go to the flight footage. Alright, so this is the outdoor flight test footage for the MJX X600 Hexacopter. I shot this with my 808 keychain cam mounted to my hat on a nice evening with not a lot of wind, so practically optimal conditions. Now, before I get into my opinions about the flight characteristics, I should say that I am not a super experienced flyer, not of quadcopters and especially not of hexacopters. With that being said, I think that the flight characteristics is more of a mixed bag. On the pro side, you have the fact that it feels super stable. I think that this would be ideal for mounting a camera to, which also goes hand in hand with the fact that it feels really powerful in terms of payload capacity. I think that you could easily mount a 808 keychain cam, a Mobius cam, or any similar device, possibly in combination with some kind of dampening camera mount. I don't think that it is powerful enough to lift a GoPro cam though. On the con side, first of all, the lowest rate is almost unusable. It is very slow, especially the yaw, which I don't know if you noticed in the beginning of the clip. I did a complete 360 with the lowest rate and it took a long time. The highest rate, on the other hand, does automatic flips as soon as you give full stick in one direction, which makes that almost unusable, at least to me, as well. So that leaves the middle rate, which is actually okay. The yaw is a little bit on the slow side, but everything else is okay according to me. Now, my third point on the con side has to do with aerodynamics or airflow or something like that. I'm not too sure about this, but it feels like when I'm going full speed, this hexacopter gravitates towards the ground more than any other thing that I've flown, and I think it could have something to do with the fact that it has quite a large body which is completely flat and has no holes in it, which I think catches the wind. This doesn't affect normal controlled flying, but I don't think that this hexacopter would be very suitable for aggressive flying, so don't think of it as a sport flyer. On the other hand, I think that it is ideal as a camera hexacopter or for really any other purpose. That is basically everything I have to say about the MJX X600 hexacopter. I hope you enjoyed the review, that you've gotten something out of it, and that I'll see you again in another review.